But the first thing I want to do is make sure that we all are a little bit familiar with the history of Kwanzaa, that we are familiar with some of the terminology, and most of all, that we are familiar with some of the symbols and principles of Kwanzaa. So first of all, Kwanzaa is, as Sister Latifah said, it is a cultural celebration of African American people. And it was started in 1966, so it's been around over 40 years, so it's not a new phenomenon. It was started by Maulana Karenga following the 1965 riots in Watts, California. It's not a religious holiday. It is a holiday that can be celebrated by people of all religious walks of life. It is a spiritual holiday, and it creates a sense of oneness with each other. Kwanzaa is a Kiswahili word, and all of the words that are associated with Kwanzaa are from the Kiswahili language, which is widely spoken in parts of East Africa. And so Kwanzaa means the first fruits of the harvest. One of the symbols here you will see will be the fruit. So it is a Kiswahili word, like I said, meaning first fruit. And some of the symbols associated with Kwanzaa will be the makea, which is the mat. It's usually a straw mat. We have a woven mat here, symbolizing the foundation of all that rests on it. The makea. It symbolizes our African traditions, our history, our foundation. Sometimes you will see the bandera, which is the African American flag, which is red, black, and green. The kanara you see here is the candle holder, which holds the Masuma Saba, which are the 7 candles associated with Kwanzaa, and they too are red, black, and green. The black candle representing our people, the red representing the blood of the people, the green representing the land. We have the moseo, the crops, like I said before, represented here by the fruit on the table. We usually have the mihundi, which would be ears of corn. We don't have those present here, but each family that celebrates Kwanzaa would put out corn, ears of corn, for the number of children in that family. We have the kiombe cha umoja, which is the unity cup, and sometimes it is passed from person to person, representing unity. We have the sawadi, which are the gifts, and one of the things that we notice in Kwanzaa is that the gifts sometimes are books, sometimes they are gifts that have been made by hand, because Kwanzaa was not designed to be a holiday that emphasized a lot of commercialism, a lot of spending of money with people that don't necessarily have our best interest at heart. The Nguzo Saba are the 7 principles. The 7 principles of Kwanzaa. This is day 6 of the Kwanzaa celebration. Kwanzaa is celebrated from December 26th every year to January 1st. And so on the very first night of Kwanzaa, which is represents the principle of umoja, we would have lit the first candle, which is the black candle in the center. That is the candle that represents umoja, which means unity. Can we say umoja?
Umoja.
The second candle to be lit would be the first candle, the first red candle. That candle would represent the principle of kujichagulia. Can we say kujichagulia?
Kujichagulia.
That is the principle of self-determination. Self-determination. The third principle would have been ujima. Ujima. That is the principle of collective work and responsibility, and it's represented by the first outside green candle. The next night we would have lit a candle for Ujamaa. Ujamaa.
Ujamaa.
Cooperative economics. Last night would have been the principle of Nia. Nia. Nia means purpose. And we're going to go back and talk about these principles a little bit more. And tonight we light the candle for the principle for today. When you came in, we said Habaragani, and you responded with Kaumba, which means creativity. So that is the principle for tonight. Tomorrow night, this family will light the candle for Imani, which is faith, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. The first principle again is umoja. And according to this author, it says unity stresses the importance of togetherness for the family and the community, which is reflected in the African proverb, I am because we are. Second principle, kujijakalia, self-determination. According to this, it says self-determination requires that we define our common interests and make decisions that are in our best ujima, which is collective work and responsibility, and it reminds us of our obligation to the past, present, and future, and that we have a role to play in the community, the society, and the world collectively. And following on the heels of Ujima, we have Ujamaa, which is cooperative economics, which emphasizes our collective economic strength, and it encourages us to meet common needs through mutual support. And that goes back to what you were saying about our need for health care. Cooperative economics. The next principle was Nia, which is purpose. And purpose encourages us to look within ourselves and to set personal goals that are beneficial to the community. And also to realize that no human being comes to this planet without a God-ordained purpose inside of them. And a part of our journey through life is to look within to discover, why am I here? For what purpose did I come into the world? And tonight, we celebrate Kaumba. Kaumba is creativity, which makes use of our creative energies to build and maintain strong and vibrant communities. Strong and vibrant communities. I won't light the candle for the last night because that will be celebrated tomorrow. But that principle is Imani,